we've got everything else. Shop Godox SA for your production equipment.
The show and explain exactly what I did about with the ChatGPT or GPT. Just going to tell you, we got Talia on the switcher. We'll be managing comments.
Start again.
What?
The mic wasn't on.
Okay. I've just been told my mic wasn't on, so let me start all over again. Welcome to Getting to Grips, brought to you by Godox SA and Golden Power Batteries. And today's show we're going to be talking about the AI text tool that I've actually asked how to do or how to set up a shoot for a mag cover shoot. So that's what we're going to go through, and I've got all the steps here, and we're going to follow the steps step by step and see what we get. So we've got Talia on the switcher now that she's put my microphone on. And she's going to be monitoring comments, checking the stream, and all of that type of good stuff. And hopefully everything goes smoothly today. So before I introduce a new model that we're having for the first time on Getting to Grips, I want to actually just share on the question that I asked the AI chat. So let me go right back up here. So I wanted to create a photo shoot with a model to submit as a cover of a fashion magazine in New York. How should I go about doing the setup? I'm needing at least 3 different setups. So off it went. ChatGPT or GPT, I've got to get this thing right, actually went off and it gave me 3 different setups. So it then told me your fashion photo shoot with Godox AD300Pros and AD400Pros. Here's the different setup lighting that you can consider. Setup 1, soft glamour. So it's actually given me this setup, which I'm going to actually follow through. But first, let me introduce our new model for today. Nikayla, all the way from sunny Pretoria.
Hi.
Just take a seat there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the setup step by step. I'm going to set up one light take the shot just to show you what each one actually does. And then I'm also going to go through the gear that I'm going to be using on their softboxes and everything else. So, all right, number one. I need to position and place an AD400Pro in front and slightly to the side of the model at about 45-degree angle, which sounds pretty straightforward. Use a large modifier, e.g. 36-inch or 48-inch, which is around about 90 centimeter. But I've only got, well, I've got the AD85S that I'm going to use, so it's an 85 centimeter, so that's the one I'm going to use as my key light. And it says set the power of the AD400Pro to provide enough light to properly expose your subject without overexposing. So they don't really give you a lot of detail on how far, what to use. I don't have a light meter, but we will wing it. So let me get my light in position. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing my workouts again. If Ryan is there from Cape Town, he likes watching me do my gym exercises. Okay, so what have I got? I've actually got here my AD400 Pro on a Selens stainless steel stand, and I've just got one of my reflector arms just on the last piece here just to move the light over slightly. Alright, so I'm going to get the let me just move this out the way so I don't hit you with a softbox. Okay. Yeah, there's one photographer in New York, Daniel Norton. He says it's fine if it's only a softbox. So if it hits the model, it's only a softbox. It won't hurt. All right. So we've got this one light. Let's get this up. And I'm going to check here, 45 degrees to the model. That should be about right. Doesn't tell me how close it is to be to the model, so I'm going to ask it just now. And yeah, let me get the other one ready in place. Right. So we have our key light. So that's our main light, our key light, whatever you want to call it. That's cool. The next thing is AD300Pro on the opposite side of the key light, also 45 degrees angle to the model. The modifier must be a medium-sized softbox or a beauty dish with a grid to control spill. The power of the AD300 is to provide enough light that softens the shadows without overpowering the key light. I think this ChatGPT is actually keeping it very, very safe. It didn't get too adventurous. Okay, so Godox AD400W, and I've got a grid on it. So it's just a 65 centimeter with a grid. And I'm going to put this onto the AD300. I hope this works because I'm doing all this setup, and then if it doesn't come out fine, then it's going to be really bad. Okay, so let's lift this one up. All right. Next part. Now what I want to do is, okay, they give you an option, and it gives you an option as well to use a background light, which we'll throw in just now. But what I want to do is ask it quickly, how far must the key light be? Setup 1. How far should the key light be? Okay. So for setup 1, soft glamour, position of the key light of the AD400Pro with a large softbox is to be about 3 to 5 feet, 1 to 1.5 meters from the model. This distance will help with creating soft, flattering light, well-defined shadows and highlights. So I'm going to put this probably around about... Okay, let's take this chair away. I need you just to stand. Just come forward a little bit there. I'm going to put this about a 900 1 meter. 1 meter. It's about 1 meter. It's 45 degrees. And then my key light. So I mean, this is ideal if you've watched hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos and you still come out confused. Just go to this chat and it will try and help you out on that. Okay, my fill light. How far? Setup 1, soft glamour, position fill light of the Godox AD300Pro with a beauty dish or a medium softbox is to be 1.5 to 2 meters away from the model. This distance ensures the fill light softens the shadows created by the key light without overpowering it. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm judging this will be about 1.5 meters. Okay, that's cool. Right, so that's the two lights. So I haven't actually put the background light in yet. I'll put the background light in just now, and that'll be another AD300, and it's sit there with a small reflector. So what am I going to be shooting with today? What I always shoot with, my Canon 60. I've put a 50mm STM lens on. It does have a lens hood, so it looks a bit flashier. And then obviously my Godox trigger, or one of my Godox triggers. Right. And something that this AI didn't tell me, no flash, no picture, which I like to do just to make sure that no video lights are affecting the shot. Let me put my glasses down here. Okay, so this is just going to be a... You won't even see you in this picture. It's going to be dark, dark, dark. No flash, no picture. Is that it? There you go. No flash, no picture. Cool. Right, let me turn on the lights. See, every photographer forgets to turn on the lights before they put them up. Lucky enough, my studio is not that high. And while I'm doing this, if there's any questions, then great. Right, power-wise on the lights, because I don't have a light meter, I sort of know my studio roughly. I haven't shot with Nicola before, so I'm gonna thumb suck on my key light to be 1/16 power. Which one are we on here on the top? So I'm going to be around 1/16 power on the actual key light. And then I'm also going to put the fill light on 1/16 power. Because it is an AD300Pro, the other one is an AD400, so there will be differences in the amount of power that comes out. And it's further away, and it's got a grid on. So I'm going to kick off with that and make sure that A and B is on. I've put both lights actually on separate groups. Right, this is just going to be okay. before we get into any of the poses, I'm just going to focus and shoot. Let me have a look at okay, so I'm going to actually bring up the power just slightly there, because my mannequin is so reflective, I don't have to put much light on her at all. Alright, so I'm going to go, this is where a light meter does come in handy. I'm going to go to 1/8 on both. Okay, so what I want to try and do is just angle your shoulders a little bit. No, it's fine. Just angle your shoulders a little bit. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to angle towards that light, then look towards my side, and then just even just put a bit of one light, so then it actually, you know, so like you're waiting for your girls, you know. All right, so let's try this one. Bing. There's a comment. It's good that I actually hear the bing. I just want to take another one here quickly. Right, let me have a look there. Okay, so we got the exposure right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start playing around with poses and stuff. Now, I did ask, which camera am I on this one? I did ask the chat also what model pose would be best for setup 1. And it actually came back with a whole load of stuff, which is quite handy. So, some of the stuff that the model can do for setup 1. How should the model pose, or the best pose for setup 1? Soft glamour model should pose relaxed, elegant, complement the actual soft, flattering, light. Face angles. Have the model turn their head slightly to one side and create a natural image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to face to this light. Okay. Now bring your chin up slightly. Then bring your
shoulders out around.
Yeah, shoulders round. Okay, you can even undo the jacket a little bit, because we got like this big white jacket inside. And then you can even hold the jacket. Okay, yeah. So you can actually bring that shoulder around. That's it, about there. Just that's it. Cool. Let's. Right. Okay. So we've got, just bring that one up full there, Talia. I just want to actually have a look there. Do me a favor. I'm gonna shoot the same shot again. So I'm fine with the exposure. It looks a bit hot on the one side there, but that's cool. We can actually work with that. Right, I'm going to do the same pose again, but this time I'm going to give you a little bit more headroom. The reason why I'm going to do that did we get the blink, or did we get the...
You got the blink.
I got the blink. I thought I did. It's amazing how that split second you can... Keep it there, and I'm going to watch for your blinks and then take the pic. Okay, cool. Let's bring that one up there, Talia. Okay, so we've got a bit of space. We've got the pink. It looks quite cool. Just do me a favor and click on that checkbox for the overlay. There you go.
Oh,
You already got a magazine cover.
I love it.
So just by actually having a pink, just want to know why my light didn't come on there, but
So David is asking, what app are you using to tether your camera?
okay. You can put me on to the camera. So what I'm using is I'm using Capture One. And the nice thing about Capture One, it does have that overlay sort of look thing, so you can even put your logos on there. Or if you're at a client and you do it, they give you an overlay PNG, you can create the overlay, take the shots, and actually have that overlay on every image that actually comes in. So I love Capture One. I find it great for tethering. It's really, really awesome. Okay, so Talia, just leave that overlay on. I'm going to take a couple of more shots. So what I'm going to do now is get you to start working. Yeah, start working with the jacket. Okay. And okay, just turn the shoulder a little bit more. Bring you. That's cool.
He's asking if it's free.
Capture One is not free. You can download the trial version. You can actually, I think there's a once-off payment you can do, so you don't pay on a monthly basis for that. But it is expensive. But the amount of stuff for, especially when I'm tethering, the amount that I do is very well worth it. I mean, you can tether in Lightroom. Okay, just keep it there, that's cool. Just turn your head towards me. Right, so what I'm going to do is get you to, and just almost like, yeah. You know, you've probably done this plenty of times before going out in front of the mirrors. Out got the blink. That's cool. Cool. Just gonna take a couple more. Okay. Cool. So just bring those up. Just maybe go through a couple of those. So this is some of the stuff. There's a blink one, but it looks cool. I think the pink and the white actually goes quite well together, and this way you can actually see from when she started out, you can see now she's starting to relax and have fun. But Capture One is very nice when you're doing this type of thing, because you can actually see straight away and have that. So what I'm going to do is, the other one it said for me to do was the third light, which was the background light. And I just want to see what it tells me I've got to do with the background light. Right, background light, which is optional. So we've done a shot without the background light. Use a background AD300Pro with a snoot or with a grid, or a soft light on the background, creating separate. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's a snoot or a grid with focus light on the background, creating separation between the subject and the background. Don't really need separation, but maybe you want a bit of a glow behind the actual model itself. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to change this light stand here because this one will be too big. I'm going to put this behind you. All right, you just get back into your position and I will fit this light around you. All right. So I'm going to I'm going to leave the model light on just so I can see where that glow is. That's fine. And what is this? This is light C.
You fucking my nieces, I love it when a band comes together.
This is not how I would sort of light it either. So I'm also learning some new things here. It's like okay, so AD400, AD300, and then I'm going to turn C on. So let me just go on there, and I'm going to make that manual. And I'm going to probably have that at 164 power. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so give me a... Yeah. Work that jacket. Keep it there. I think I got the blink. Is there a glow in there? Did it come in? Is there a glow, or should I bring it up a little bit more? Let me check.
Money says he's loving the new model.
Hey?
Money says he's loving the new model.
Yeah, and it's the first time she's in my studio, so... Okay, so I've just turned up the backlight a little bit more. And I'm just gonna... I hate being tied to a tripod, but... Keep it there. I'm gonna do it again. So just bring that one up. So this one, maybe it's a little bit too strong in the back there. Maybe I'll just take it down a little bit. But it gives a nice gradation on the pink background, I must say. Let me give, before we go on to the next one, let me get this right. So I'm going to put the background light to 164 power. Okay, so let me have a look at that one. Let's bring that one up. That's cool. How's that? I think it looks cool. Looks like a magazine cover to me. And as I said, that overlay isn't actually embedded onto the image. That actual overlay is just an overlay in the software. All right, so that's setup number one. So rate ChatGPT, GPT. Give it a rating on the comments. What do you think of this setup? Give it a rating out of 10. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5. Actually, it probably deserves more. It worked out well. All right. So that is setup number one. I'm going to just take a couple of more images. Actually, I'm going to get you to pose with a prop. So I want you to, when you hold your jacket, and just slightly lift your chin up, and actually hold the camera like this. It's heavy. It's an old film camera. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is we can get your arm around there. Okay. Bring your head up so you're holding that. Just bring your chin up slightly. Keep this out of your face a little bit, and then just lift up. Also, not too much. Let me look from this side. Maybe just take one step back, just a little step. That's it. Okay, front cover of fashion magazine, holiday edition. Just turn the back shoulder a little bit towards me. That's it. Now look at camera. Just bring that arm over a little bit. Keep it there. Okay, cool. I think that's cool. It's amazing what you can use for film cameras now. Yeah, it is heavy. It's very heavy, these old cameras. Yeah. So, hopefully give a rating for the first setup. What I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to just change this all around. So I'm going to get Michaela to actually have a seat over here. So she's out the way in a safe spot by the heater. Because Joburg has been very cold. So this next setup is one. When I read through this next setup, I'm not sure on this one how it's going to come out, but it's called High Fashion Drama Shoot Setup 2. Key light is going to be an AD400Pro. Okay. Use a large octa or parabolic umbrella to create dynamic directional light. Set the AD400Pro to a higher power setting to create strong shadows and contrast. The reason I'm thinking about this one is in a small space, lots of power, high up, close to a background. There may be too much spill onto the background, but we'll play around with that one. Then the other light is a fill light. It's an AD300Pro to place behind the model and act as a kicker or rim light. Okay. The modifier can be bare bulb or a small reflector to create a defined edge around the model. Adjust the power to ensure the backlight adds the separation and the dimension without overpowering the key light. So obviously this is black background. Let me ask. Yeah, dark grey, black backgrounds would be ideal for this type of setup, and so that's cool. So we'll use the black. Lucky I have one, thanks to golden power batteries. Okay, so I'm going to just roll up the white. I'm going to first make sure I've got the clips on here. Where's my other clip? Clips are just to weight the paper roll. But we have a black. Okay. Right, as we're doing this all on the fly, setting up lights, it's going to be quite interesting. Alright, so this one I'm not going to need for now, because it sounds like only for now it is 2 lights, although it says I can add an accent light. So I think I'm going to keep this one on. Okay. Right, so that's that. And I'm going to change this stand. So the one thing that I'm questioning around this setup is the way they're mentioning a single light with a reflector behind the model. Now, out of experience, if I actually have this behind the model facing her, I may get a bit of light here, but nothing on top, and I might even lose some of the light down the side. So there is other things you can do, which you need to then ask chat to say, how high does the background light have to be? So when I did that, it says it needs to be at 2.4 meters angled down towards the model. So not here, not directly behind the model. It needs to be right up and angling down. So it does come with a bit of experience, and obviously when you're playing with lighting, you need to experiment as much as you can, okay? Once you actually get the basics, experiment, try different things, try crazy things, and get your own style and stuff going. So I'm just going to get my C stand for the back one here, because I'm going to actually put it directly behind the model so you can see what it does, and then I will lift it. Then I would also lift it as well. So, beauty about C stands is you can do anything you want with them. Right. So this is the setup, like if you read your ChatGPT or GPT. I keep getting this wrong. Yeah, don't put words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth. GPT. Okay, so I'm just going to give myself a little bit more on that. And all right. Camera, we're still on 3, right? Can we go into this other camera 2, Talia? And then, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly what the original text said, where it says put the light behind the model with a reflector. If I use bare bulb, I don't really have the space to bring that light so far forward to stop the light of the bare bulb spilling onto the black. Okay, so put the reflector on, so it actually then directs the light forward, and then you don't have to worry about how close that light is to your background. Then you have got space to work in your area. So let's see what happens. Just want to get it into position. So what I want you to do is come and stand about right here. And I'm just going to make sure this light's in the middle of you at the back. Okay, so I'm going to give this one, I'm going to actually take my camera off the tripod, because I find it feels like I'm being tied in somewhere. But this is where my tether cable decides to play up.
Let's ask ChatGPT what the pros and cons are of taking your camera off of a tripod while you're getting cable that's still plugged in.
No, I don't want to get too involved with. It's bad enough that I'm trying to have a conversation with a piece of text. Okay, so I'm going to keep my key light to 1/8 power. Okay. I've actually just realized I've got my Mark 1 Expro C on here, so I'm like pushing on the button thinking, why is it not turning off? But that's cool. I'm not going to worry about the background stand in the back for now. See, I take it off the tripod and look, nothing comes through. Let me unplug and do that again. Okay, so that is the one with just the key light by the looks of it, because I didn't switch this one on. One thing I do recommend, especially when using, well, especially when using Godox lights, is switch them on, and then they work great. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit more headroom there, so I can just take the overlay off a minute there, Talia, so I can just see. Just going to lift the light up a little bit more. Okay, just maximize that image up. Okay, I've got nothing coming in on the back there. Definitely working because now I'm blind. Don't look directly into a bare bulb light with a reflector.
That was not a challenge, don't do it.
So was there any ratings for the first setup for ChatGPT?
I'm not sure if Facebook isn't bringing anything in, or if any YouTubers.
Is it? Just check on. See, you can't really see a lot of rim light because it's directly behind the actual model. And if I go up to quarter power now, which is really blasting the light behind, it's not, because the model is blocking the light and it's not wrapping. So because it is a reflector. Okay, so but it's a nice light. I'm going to take a shot now. So I'm going to lift this light up to.
You see, it's not bringing the Facebook one, but Pakamani gave it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Sure. That's impressive. Okay, what I'm going to do is just level this C-stand a bit. Talia is checking the online streams and I'm like hearing myself. Okay. So we're going to bring this light right up. Now, with it being on probably quarter power, I'm probably going to get like a big flare. I'm going to also point, because it did say point, I think when I asked it, point down to the model. So, yeah. All right. Did they come in? Oh, you're a couple of images behind. Now I'm going to take another shot because I want to put the light into the background. Just to make sure I'm getting the light. Did it come in? No, see, it's not coming in. I'll come off the tripod and... But you know what it is? Whenever you say, Capture One is the most perfect tethering software, then your camera decides to say, okay, really, let me show you something. Okay, I'm just going to take a shot with the backlight in. Now did it come in? There you go. So we got the backlight in now. So you can see what this light's going to do. It's going to throw a lot of light down to the model. So there's a couple of things we can do. We can actually put a grid there just to try and contain some of that flare. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a shot with the light just out of picture, and hopefully we get the not too much flare. But there's a flare. It doesn't look too bad, but I don't like it. I don't like the flare. ChatGPT or GTP, GTI, whatever. I think what I'm going to do is put a grid on. So I'm going to give it only 4 out of...
brought to you by ChatGPT.
So what I'm going to be using is obviously these reflectors that I am using on the AD300Pro is the AD400s, and that comes with grids. So you can just put the, I think it's a 50-degree grid that you can just put in the back there, and it should set the. And where did I put my camera? Follow the orange cable. Fun and games. You know, it's what makes these live shows cool and fun. Right, I'm going to take a shot of the light in the shot as well, so we can just see what difference the grid is doing. See, it's cut that flare down quite a bit, even with the 50-degree grid, so that's quite cool. But I'm going to take the power down anyway to about 1/16. Because it's reduced the flare. Keep it there. Yeah. So there you go. So we've got that hair light in there. Now if we actually maybe just take the jacket. Just put the jacket. I just want to get, so we can get light on your shoulders and stuff. Because you've got a darker skin tone than me, just.
No problem.
Just going to check the blink. Okay, just bring that one up. Okay. So we definitely have a bit of separation on the hair. I'm just going to bring up a little bit more on the 2/1/8 power because it's narrowing a bit. So it does create a bit of separation on the, not just, I think I need higher ceilings to actually really make the best of this one. Maybe you want to put the denim jacket.
Okay.
Let's add a bit of, because there's definitely light on top of the shoulders, so we're definitely getting light in. And just take a little bit back to about here. Yeah. Just gonna watch those blinks. Wait for you to blink and then. Okay, just put the cover on top of the overlay on top of that one. The flare I can just have to edit out, but I think I need a higher ceiling. So give a rating on that one. I wasn't too keen on this one when I read through it, but there's other things that you can actually do. I'm gonna put an accent light in. And you're thinking, what is an accent light? It's just a backlight. We're just going to put some backlight in. That is it. I'm going to take the AD300. I'm also going to put a ADR14 reflector on this one. Okay. Right. Which camera am I on? Let me just put me on to camera 2. I just want to get this one. So ADR14, it's just got the little plastic clip that clips over just to hold the gel in. Now this gel is one of my old gels that I've cut up, and then I have the transparent, frosted transparent hard cover that the ADR14 kit comes with. Put it onto the AD300Pro, and you may be thinking, why has he always got an S2 bracket on his thing? Why doesn't he use the 8300 bracket? Because I'm always swapping soft boxes, and if I need to do a quick swap out with Bowen's mount, then I can do that. Or if I want to use the softbox and the gel together, the ADR14 together, then I can do that as well. I think this one might be a little bit high, but we will make a plan. This one I want to go right behind you, so don't step back too much. Okay, so this is going to be my accent light. Just want to see if it's centered. Yeah. So this is an orange, so it might actually come out a bit more redder, but redder. Is that even a word? Redder. A little bit more red than orange. But it depends on the white balance. I think my white balance, that's actually, nobody actually asked me what my white balance is on my cameras. You know that. My white balance is 5,200K for those who are interested. Okay, so the accent light, and boom. Let's see what that does. Did it come in? Are we one behind? Ah, no. You know what, that's why I'll probably have it on a tripod. Yo, that is very bright. Okay, so let's, and that is definitely B, so B I'm going to bring down to probably 128 power. No, that didn't even. That one didn't even come in. What makes me think that was on TTL power? Let me go to 132. You can see it's just giving a bit of. You know what? I'm going to put it at 1/8, the same as my other two lights. Yeah, so that just gives a bit of accent color into there. Let's just see. So that's fine. Give that one a rating for the. I suppose they also so you can look at doing like a grey, but then the grey will actually almost turn like orange in the background. Huh?
Those are just set up 3.
No, this one is still setup 2. Setup 3 is actually it's called natural. I think it just ran out of ideas, to be honest. But anyway. So with the grey background, the gel will actually just take over a bit more on that. That's cool. Put the yeah. I'm going to give you a little bit more headroom. I'm just going to just come over a little bit there. That's cool. I'm just going to shoot from a higher angle and give you a bit of headroom. Back in, softboxing. Hey, there you go. Okay. Nice gradation on the background. That's with the grey background. 8300s. One hairlight on top, and it's coming down the side on top of the jacket. And the beautiful AD400Pros. Right. So that is setup number 2. Setup number 3, it just says natural. Whatever natural is in flash photography. Position and place an AD300Pro slightly above eye level and in front of the model using a soft modifier. Use a large softbox or shoot-through umbrella to create a soft, natural light. Okay. Set the power of the AD300Pro to a moderate power level. Maintain the softness and neutral shadows. Yeah, I think it just wants to sound impressive. And then it's telling me to use the 8400 as a fill light. So position and place the 8400 at a lower angle, opposite to the key light to produce and provide gentle fill using large diffusion panel on the second softbox to soften the shadows. So I think what I'm going to do here is actually shoot on a white background. Or what I'm going to do is leave the grey one there. I'm going to actually try and put the third light in, which is I'll try and cater that one. But first, I've got to put up two modifiers now, new ones. Right, let me move this back so I don't hit our beautiful model and on the head. Okay, so we're going to use some bigger modifiers. Yay! Who wants to see the UB165? Just put the question out there. Let's see, should we get the UB165? Sorry about the noise on the microphone. Hey? Oh. So the Godox modifiers, no, it's fine. It's all over. I was speaking about it. Collapsible modifiers is the best thing since sliced bread, I'm telling you. If I could get my strip boxes to be collapsible, if we've got any of those at Godox, please let me know. I'm going to sell all my strip boxes and buy the collapsible ones. All right, so we're going to use on the 8400. Oh, this one. Hey, cool. So we're going to use a big modifier. Now this modifier will keep you dry in any rainstorm. This is the biggest modifier I have in studio. They call it, some people call it a 7-foot umbrella. So I'm just going to show the size of this thing. before I put the diffuser on. So there you go. This thing is massive.
Said that thing about not approaching on the other side. Clearly didn't look at
But it says I need to add a diffusion panel. So what I do is I have a bag here full of my diffusers. So I'm just going to get the umbrellas diffuser. It's not those. It'll be the biggest one. Now I keep all of these in bags because I don't want the material dirty and all types of stuff. Right, so this is the diffuser. And you're thinking, how the hell is he going to get that on? Well, let me show you. Let me get my umbrella. And I'm going to push it through the little hole at the back. Try not to stab the stream director. Which camera? We're on the side one, eh? Okay, I'm going to come over here. Okay, so we've got the umbrella inside there. Just want to make sure the string and everything is out. Wow, this thing is massive. Okay, so we've got the umbrella. Just want to put that down there. Now it says I must put it as fill on the 8400. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. All right. Now I'm going to leave the 8400 set up like this. And just got the back leg at the back. Now no one can see me right now, but I am putting the umbrella into the 8400 bracket.
Yeah, alright.
Now, as you can see, or you can't see, this thing is big.
They can see.
Right, I'm just going to turn this around. And then I'm going to just tilt it a bit. If the 8400 let me tilt it. Otherwise I'm going to just change the modifier, the bracket, and put it directly on the C stand, or on the stand. Let me do that rather. Now, will it fit on this one? And still fit inside the roof. Yay! Another gym session at the studio. Right. So it says I need to put it as fill on the side. So this thing throws out so much light that actually being over there, or probably even move it over a little bit more. Try not to trip over stuff, so move that out the way. Okay, so I'm actually going to put it right there. Then I must get an AD300Pro. With also a large modifier. I just think he wants to throw so much light at this this last one, it's like, I think it'd be a very flat light setup. Oh, yeah? That's why I had the other one set up in the beginning. So let me just take you to where this one is. So this is a 1200 octa. So we're bringing out some of the big modifiers. This is also one of my absolute favorites. It really is an awesome one. So I'm just going to make sure all my little doofy flaps are in place. And this also works like an umbrella system. Which you then just put the centerpiece and octabox done. Okay, I remember having to wrestle with octaboxes before, and you end up breaking you end up breaking them because the spikes come through the sides. And now I'm looking for my other. This is the outer diffuser, and here's the inner diffuser. So they want soft light, so we're going to put all the diffusion. I know some of the video guys don't bother with inner diffusion in their softboxes. And the nice thing about this is just velcros in place, which as soon as it's almost done, I'll pick it up and show you. Which camera am I on? Total 3. This one? I'm going to come over this way. Cool. So there you go. You can see also this is the 1.2. That's the inner diffusion. And I'm just going to put. And the nice thing about this octabox is it does come with a grid as well. So if you're looking at octaboxes, this one is the. I think it's the GUE or SBGUE 120. Which you can get from godox.co.za. You can use my code if you're interested in this softbox and save some bucks. And while you're there, throw a couple of AD300s into your basket. You won't regret it. Alright. I'm just putting this one on. Voila, one beautiful octabox. Shame the model has to sit and watch me build all this stuff up, Right, I'm going to take the ADR14 off. I think with this we're going to at least this is the last setup. Always put the softbox down on the floor, lock it in. It's far easier to put the light in than trying to battle with it on the stand. Now with this C-stand, will I fit? Actually, this is not far off of what I do when I actually shoot for modeling agencies or the first couple of pics for agencies, I do it on a white background and do the same type of thing. So we're going to put this high up in the air and right in front of you. So this is going to create a bit of a flat light. I just want to get it angled a bit so I can take it up as high as I can get it. Unfortunately, my ceiling height in studio is only 2.4 because I can touch it with my finger, so I know it's 2.4. Alright, follow the orange cable and I'll find my camera. Right, that light is on. That light is on. And I'm going to remove this light for now. And we're going to turn this one off for now. Okay. So this is going to throw in some fill. Well, let's take a shot. The best way to test this is to take a shot. Right. Now, because the model is quite far from the background, I'm expecting the background to go quite dark. Right, there you go. That looks cool. How's that? Sure. I'm going to give you a bit more headroom. Can't go wrong with Godox lights. Look at that. Wow. Let's do a couple more. Now she's beginning to warm up with the jacket. Hey, look at that. So that's with the two lights. Now they wanted me to put in a kicker light at the back just to create a bit of gradation. So AD300Pro with an ADR14 behind the model. And I think there was something I just needed to check if it was. Want to make sure I'm doing it properly. Yeah, the 300 Pro with a wide-angle reflector. Well, I'm going to use the ADR14 first, see what it happens. Otherwise, then I'll just get one of the wider reflectors and put that on, because I think they're wanting a bit more of a wider, but I'm quite far from the background, so it should give me quite a nice spread. And see, you forgot to turn the light on again.
Sorry.
Okay, so this one I'm definitely going to bring down to at least 164. Yo, I don't think that's 1/64th power. It lied to me. There's no way it's gone white. Don't judge me on this one, okay, guys? Don't judge me on this one. Just bear with me. This is
all your complaints to ChatGPT.
Why? See, definitely. I'm going to put this at 256. I'm going to start at 256. I think this light is very strong at the back. No. What's happened there? One of the lights is not firing. Although that's a moody shot. Or did I turn the right? You know what I've done? I've probably turned the wrong light down.
Oh no.
Yeah, because that is really. I think C is the one in front now. I've mixed my lights up. And that one is D or B. B. See, I was turning the wrong light down. So I'm going to go to 164. So that's got a bit of the side. That's better. It's a problem with the softbox. Just come over a little bit. Okay. I'm going to just give more headroom there. Okay. Don't. Let me just check on that one. Let's just put the. Don't forget that browser is on incognito, Talia, so you won't be able to sign into Facebook on it.
Wow, one of the pages has 27 comments I cannot access.
Is it then access on the Windows machine? This Facebook is a bit of a pain with this permissions thing. And it's a Facebook problem. Okay, so just put the overlay on that. And there you go, cool. I'm going to do this actually on the white as well. Let me just wind up this one just to wrap up everything here. And bring down the white. You know what, these background mechanisms are the best. I actually need to get another one for the sidewall here. Just what you can get from Golden Power batteries, I'm sure. Okay. Right, I'm going to leave the backlight on. I just want to see what we get. That should give me a white, sort of a light grey with a bit of a just lift your chin slightly. Yeah, that's cool, keep it there. Cool. Alright, just put the, I know it's going to, the text to go over the head quite a bit, but we can just get the idea. Just put the overlay there. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it, see if I can give, I'm going to just bring this white background a little bit lower down so I don't see the bottom. Just so that I can get a bit of a better angle. Oh, got closed eyes. Just lift your chin up a little bit. Just turn your head towards this light a little bit. That's cool. Keep it there. Okay, just put the overlay on that one. Let's have a look. Cool. So there you go. How is that? What I want to do is get another prop. I'll give you an old nickel. It's a bit lighter than an altar, okay? So you can actually hold it in front just put a bit of shape in your Did we get some in there, Talia? Just scroll down there. Huh? There you go. Got the blink shot. Just put the overlay in there. I just want to get a couple more there. Just hold it off to the... That's it. Okay. And there you go. So that's cool. So the fashion front cover magazine. You can go to gym with those cameras, I'm telling you. Compared to what we have now, these are much heavier. And what I want to do is get a shot of your glasses. So I want you to, well, you know how to pose with glasses. Okay. But what I'm going to do is actually, because I want to make sure. Yeah, you can have it down, you can hold it, you can... Let's see if I can, because now I've got big modifiers in play, so I'm going to see if I can miss the light reflection in the glasses. Oh, yeah. There you go. Put the overlay on there, Tyler. And there you go. Cool. So give a rating of that one. And let's see what, because it'd be interesting to see which setup actually did best in this whole lot. So put me back onto camera 2. You can probably take a seat, Jen. Been standing all this time. Okay, which camera? Put me onto camera 2. Am I? It's because this backlight is on. Phew. Okay, so that was the 3 setups. I'll be interested to see if you guys actually did do the ratings just to see which one was better. But it seemed pretty straightforward, nothing too difficult. Obviously having to use some of the bigger modifiers towards the end. But you can do a lot of this stuff with speedlights. The first couple that I did, you can actually quite easily do with speedlights. You can do this with speedlights. I had the model quite far away from the background. You can move the model closer to the background. So it's all about experimenting with lighting. So get the basics, play around with the basics, go onto ChatGPT and tell it what you want to do. Have a go at shooting what it tells you to do, and then put your own style and your own sort of signature to the actual images itself. So experiment, experiment, experiment. That's all I can say that you need to be doing with lighting, and to make sure you get some stuff that you really like to do. So any of the Godox equipment that you've actually seen tonight, from the AD300s, the 400s, the modifiers, the softboxes, you can actually go to www.godox.co.za. You can use my code and get an instant discount on any of your online purchases. And backgrounds, the white backgrounds, the pink backgrounds, the grey backgrounds, all of those backgrounds you can also get from Golden Power batteries, which that address should be coming up at the bottom. And there's also a coupon code there that you can score a discount on as well. And what else is there? Make sure you actually sign up on Godox events. Go to the Godox page, have a look, see what events are there. I'm not sure if there's any listed there at the moment, but keep an eye on there, keep going back to it. And put those events actually into your calendars, because there's a lot of great stuff that's actually happening at the end of July. Myself and Ash will be at Cloppers in Pretoria. The social media stuff went out today. Have a look at that. Come through and visit us there, and and see how we are demonstrating some of the new Godox stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. And subscribe to the WhatsApp channel, Godox SA WhatsApp channel. So that way you can actually stay informed, up to date with anything that's going on. And also they just share stuff. If you're actually creating, if you're shooting with your Godox lights and you're creating a reel, there is a little download there of I Love Godox SA. put that at the end of your reel and actually share it across your social media platforms, tagging Godox SA, and let's have a look at the work that you guys are doing out there with Godox products. The other thing is YouTube channels. Subscribe to Godox SA YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and you'll be notified of all the shows that's actually happening. So Getting to Grips is on Tuesday evenings, and then we have an awesome F-Stop Live with Pakamani on Thursday evenings. So don't miss out on that. He has some great interviews with some great photographers that do some real great work as well. So he showcases the work and chats everything photography with the guys. So it's just getting to know those other people out there, which is very cool. So tune in on Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. sharp. And I think also, let me give a shout out to Timbre as well, Timbre Broadcast Systems, because without them sponsoring us the streaming switches, we wouldn't have this possible. Multi-cameras and having a whole streaming device streaming directly to bring you these live shows. So big shout out to them, and they give me a lot of support as well on the broadcasting stuff. So really great to have them behind me. So I think that's about it. If there's any questions, or if there's any questions that didn't come through from Facebook, I will definitely go on there just now and start going through some of the comments and reply where I can and with whatever I can. So I hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and we'll see you again next week. We have, I don't want to share it yet, we have a great show next week, and stay tuned and keep your eyes on the Godox SA social media pages for the new live streams that will be coming out next week. So that is it. Cheers for now. See you again soon.
I want the sun.
Operation Night 2D.
Copy that.
Only your future is brighter than us. Shop Godox SA for your production equipment.